Whew. Alright, so this is the Queen's Staircase. So the plan is to climb the steps. When you get to the top, I believe there's a fort somewhere for you to explore. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I also wanna go back to this place to get food for my mom. And they start selling food at like 4:30. So I gotta figure it out because right now it is 2:33 and rain is supposed to be coming soon. But yeah, this is the Queen's Staircase. So this whole staircase was hand carved.
16 years, the hard no
Let's see if I can find somebody to take my picture on the staircase. Alright, so this is Fort Fincastle. The admissions is $3.50 to get in. You come right there and you pay. And then do I get a tour? Is tour included or? No, I'm asking, is tour included with the admissions? Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Welcome. Hi, good day.
Hi, good day. My name is Cameron. What's your name?
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Cameron. What's your name?
Ashley.
Ashley.
Nice to meet you. Do you? Yes. Do you mind being on camera?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Wait. So hold on.
Yeah.
You want to introduce yourself for the YouTube?
Hello, guys. My name is Cameron. I am 19 years old. I live on Nassau, Bahamas, and I am with Ashley today to give her a tour of the fort.
All right. So let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So, is this your first time in the Bahamas?
Yes.
Okay. When you're gonna have it? How's the experience so far? Did you just land or did you come like earlier today?
I've been here since Thursday.
Okay. All right. So how's the experience so far?
It's really nice. The Bohemian people are very nice.
That's good. So, welcome to Fort Fincastle. So, Fort Fincastle was built in 1793 by a man named Lord Dunmore. This man right here. Lord Dunmore was a Scottishman. He came from Scotland. He was birthed in Scotland. And he went over to England. Now, first, before we continue with that, Lord Dunmore, or John Murray as his birth name, was the 4th Earl of Dunmore and represented Scotland in Britain's House of Lords. Now, what this means is that Lord Dunmore is a familiar face within Scotland and within other places of the world. So, back in that time, Lord Dunmore, he went to England. And he went to England wanting to become a governor, right? So, Lord Dunmore, he went to the king and he asked the king if he could become a governor of one of the islands over here, right? Because Lord Dunmore, he had money, he had power because he was very known. But Lord Dunmore wanted to become a governor. Now, he was already a governor before. He was the governor of New York and Virginia. So he went to the king asking to become a governor. And the king, he didn't really let him on to become a governor at that point because, one, he wasn't in the military. He had to be in the military standard to be a governor. So Lord Dunmore paid the king off because Lord Dunmore isn't really, a military-looking person. Now, if you look at Lord Dunmore, inspect him, you would see his white, shiny hands. Looks like he used the lotion a lot, with the soft baby lotion. And then his nose, it is said that Lord Dunmore's nose could smell anyone's pockets within a 15-mile radius. That's how extended his nose is. Trust me, it's very long. And his nice attire, his stance, which is a nice curtsy stance, this may signal, show that he was a ballet dancer in his time.
Oh.
That's a joke.
Oh, I got you. Okay, okay.
Don't worry, he wasn't, right? So Lord Dunmore didn't really look like that. So he had to pay off the king, and yeah, so the king appointed him as the governor of Nassau, and when he came here, the king gave him a task to build the forts of Nassau to protect to protect the island from the invaders, which is the Spanish and the French, who also assisted them. So when he came to the island, he built two forts. He built Fort Charlotte, which is the map. This is the map of Fort Charlotte, and Fort Fincastle. Now, Fort Fincastle has 3 rooms. This is the prison. The prison, as you can see, it doesn't look that big, but the prison held about 40 prisoners. If you look around,
40 prisoners.
does it look like it could hold 40 prisoners? It doesn't, right?
No.
Well, it held 40 prisoners. Maybe even more if they wanted to. This is prison. You could jam like 500 people in here, and it doesn't matter, right? So we see a vent. So that little wall thing over here, this is a vent. So there's 2 of them, by the way. They grant us air pass. No, it sounds very fancy. It's basically old-timey air conditioning, right? So you get the knob, you can turn it up, turn it down.
Right.
Basically, it grants us airflow, right?
Right.
Now you may look on the walls, you may see some green moss. This is moss. That's because the whole fort and all of the other forts as well, and some buildings on the island is made from limestone. Limestone is very porous, and so water and air seeps through. Well, air gets through here, but water also seeps through, and it ends up staining all of this with moss, getting on the floors. That's why it's green and all of that. And also, the reason why the fort looks so choppy and so cut up is because they use chisels and hammers to build the whole fort by hand. So this whole room, as well as the other rooms, were carved out. So this whole thing was solid until they hollowed it out. That's why it looks like that. And then if we come over here, we have the 2 soldiers that were on the fort. So it was 50 soldiers at a time on each fort. And this is the West India Regiment, and this is the Red Coat that we all know. The West India Regiment is a group of African soldiers that were in West Africa, and they brought them over here to help protect the fort. Lord Dunmore promised them freedom, but it wasn't really like freedom because they didn't get paid as much as the regular soldiers.
Their counterparts.
They got paid half of that, and so they had to take this half, and they had to buy their uniforms, they had to buy food, they had to buy medicine, all of these different things they weren't provided. And so it wasn't exactly freedom. And also, if they were married, their wife would have been the maid for everyone in the fort, and their son would have been sent to military school, and their daughter, if they also had a daughter, would have been the maid as well.
Wow.
Right? Yeah, it sucks, right? But coming along. Also, if you look around, you may see some lights and some wires. These were here back in the day. They had a 4K Ultra HD plasma screen TV right over here. I was there when they were watching.
You was in the 1700s, huh? Okay.
They were very tech. So, welcome to the furnace. This is the second room. The furnace is where we heat up the cannonballs. So what they did was they had the coal on the bottom. Like,
Hold on, why do you have to heat up cannonballs?
so they heated the cannonballs because they wanted to burn the ship, because the ship was made from wood. But they also did it because in the back of the ship, of every ship, there's a gunpowder room, the powder magazine. And so if they hit that, it would just blow up.
Got it.
And just boom.
Makes sense.
Michael Bay movie, Pirate of the Caribbean type stuff, right?
Okay, I didn't see
So-
that movie, but okay, I'm
didn't
with
see
you. No, I'm with you though. I'm with you.
So they had the coal on the bottom. They would have a sheet, a rock, to put the cannonballs on top so it could be heated equally. Like when you put like a grill, you know, the sheet when they put the hot dogs on and heat them up.
I'm with you. I'm following you.
Just like that. So they would heat them up to high temperature red. You could see the red in the cannonballs, and they would take a tongue-like thing, like 2 sticky ends, like ice
Tongues.
picks.
We
Yeah.
got you.
Tongs, and they would carry them over to the cannons. They would put them in, and they would fire them, and the cannons went up to 2 miles, going 700 miles per hour.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. And so this is the furnace, and then in the back of Lord Dunmore's painting right here is also a vent. Now, it is said that on the board in that room, it is said that the whole fort looks like a Padawal Seymour. Now, There's two reasons that is not true. One, because a powder well steamer wasn't invented until way later. And two, because the ships would attack from this way instead of coming from this way.
Right.
So it doesn't look like a powder well steamer from here, but it looks like from here because of the large front, triangle front, which is called a ravelin. I'll explain that too. But the smoke would come through here and enter out throughout the vents on top, and so it would make the illusion that steam's coming out. And then also the flagpole behind you would have been in the center, and it would have been all the way up in the sky, so it would have looked like a ship from this side, but they would attack from this side, right?
Right.
So the cannons are not real. The real cannons were made from brass. These were made from cast iron.
Okay.
The brass cannons were sent to a museum in London to be preserved and watched over because they're real cannons.
Okay, so this is where I'm going to cut the tour. If you want to see more, you have to come visit and see for yourself. Ask for Cameron to be a tour guide, and I'm going to finish this tour off now.